without the remote control.
I don't need it. I want it.
Underwear.
Mind, I don't need them. I just wear them as a courtesy to others.
And now the Mood Cup from White Castle, free with a 32-ounce soft drink. Quench your thirst in 3 mood-revealing designs. Like these burgers, we just can't live without them.
So maybe I don't need it. Woo! But I can't live without my Mood Cup. Now that hit the spot.
Stop by aisle 5 for Clairol's Herbal Essences. It takes you where no shampoo has
gone before, with all natural botanicals and organic herbs and pure mountain water. It will leave your hair looking beautiful.
Yes! Yes! If you think that's great, try the body wash.
Clairol's Herbal Essences, a totally organic experience.
Easy Wheels started as my college project, and we now sell our wheel covers all around the world.
Easy Wheels is a brand where we collaborate with really cool brands like Disney, Barbie, Hello Kitty to design really colorful wheel covers for wheelchairs.
A video that we made totally blew up, and it got 3 million views in a day and 13 million views in a week. And things just exploded for us. So we've been featured in Vogue magazine, Teen Vogue, Elle, Cosmopolitan. We were named on Forbes 30 Under 30, Oprah magazine, TechCrunch, and the list just goes on and on. We knew it was time to turn this into a real business. Setting up our website with Wix was so effortless, so it meant that we could really focus on our art. We worked with Barbie on creating these little mini wheel covers for their new Wheelchair Barbie's chair, and we created full-size ones.
Tell me that's not another parade.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a parade.
How close did you get to the thing?
I got pretty close.
Godzilla. Rated PG-13. Special first showings May 19th.
Hey. Zima.
Ooh.
Zima.
Here's to the crazy ones. The rebels. Troublemakers. The ones who see things differently. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.
Baby, baby, it looks like it's gonna hail. Baby, baby, it looks like it's gonna hail. You better come inside, let me teach you how to jive and wheel. Oh, you gotta jump and jive and then you really gotta jump and jive and then you really gotta jump and jive and then you really.
Water must be cold.
Let me guess. You're struggling to grow your customer base. You add ad spend to Google, but you really don't feel like you see a return. You're showing up.
It's lunchtime. Bring it on. Second course, spaghetti. And for dessert, chocolate pudding. Bummer. It's Rubbermaid.
Rubbermaid. Ideas that last.
Yo, down here. I'm the Brooklyn Bridge. You think you could take me? You want a piece of me? Huh? Let's go. You and me. Right now.
The undeniably smooth, ever luxurious ES300. The road is calling. Answer it.
I got your fancy suspension right here.
ER is sponsored in part by Universal Pictures and two of the summer's most exciting movies.
Universal Pictures invites you to come to Las Vegas, where the people are friendly.
You can't park your car here.
There's not a reasonable place to park?
Well, you're on a sidewalk. It's sidewalk.
The rooms are comfortable, and the atmosphere is out of this world. Johnny Depp, Benicio del Toro, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Get out of here. Rated R. Starts Friday, May 22nd at theaters everywhere.
Name me a price on the burger.
Burger places are wheeling and dealing. 99-cent burgers, $2.99 combos. These great deals are just a great deal of fat. Fat is cheap. For a good deal without all the fat, come to Subway. Choose from 7 subs with 6 grams of fat or less. Add baked lays and a drink, and you have an entire meal with 8 fat grams or less.
Want to save $10 on your next trip to Cedar Point? Come to Subway and get a discount coupon when you buy a sub shot filled with your favorite drink. Woohoo!
Subway, the way a sandwich should be.
Got your Bud Light, you can't hit my friend. Let's go. I'm thirsty.
For the great taste that will fill you up and never let you down.
Looks like you're buying.
Make it a Bud Light.
Coach is calling for the heat.
Please, please.
Okay. You be the good cop. Thank you. You, move away from the truck.
Please. Who are you?
Price police.
Hi, you have a lovely home.
Look, she overpaid.
Overpaid.
You gotta go to Big Kmart. Low prices all the time. Lowest sale prices every time. Guaranteed.
I didn't know.
I don't buy that.
I'll take you to lunch.
Big Kmart is a better way to say guaranteed.
You know, it's good cop, bad cop. Not unbearably kind cop.
Wendy's introduces the most delicious combination ever put in a chicken sandwich. Our new honey ham and chicken.
Hey, Jerry, when you finish the show, come on over. I made 2.
Phil Hartman.
Oh, yeah!
Jan Hooks.
Oh, yeah, baby, I've been a naughty girl.
In the event that will change the planet forever. An alien abducted by a human.
Oh, yeah!
And Harry's the alien he's after.
Oh, yeah!
It doesn't get any bigger than this. The big Third Rock Rescue.
Let's go!
And will Don and Sally.
Ready to rock my world?
Well, you're definitely in for a jostle.
Oh, yeah. The 1-hour Third Rock season finale, NBC Wednesday.
Tonight, Chase all new with Jerry Seinfeld plus a mystery guest. NBC tonight.
The NBA playoffs continue on NBC this weekend. Saturday at 3 Eastern, Lakers Jazz. Sunday at 2:30 Eastern, Pacers Bulls. The NBA playoffs this weekend on NBC.
First, there was the miracle. Then came Angels. Now, Victoria's Secret introduces Angels 2000. A revolutionary space-age fabric is now the sexiest bra in the galaxy. Angels 2000.
The bra of the future is here today.
Victoria's Secret, bringing truth, justice, and killer bras.
Welcome, everyone. There you are. Sorry about that. Was looking, didn't see nobody. Just kidding. It's good to see everyone. I hope everybody's having a fantastic start to their weekend. I mean, it's just starting for a lot of you folks. So that's pretty awesome. I really hope that you guys are going to have a fantastic weekend. I hope that I can help you have a fantastic start to your weekend. It would be my honor if that happens. And we never know how these things go because I usually do these reactions. I just saw a couple of little highlights here and there, the stuff we're going to talk about. And I was just like, wow. And I'm going to talk about that stuff. But there's other stuff I wanted to talk about and I wanted to address. Let me take a sip of my coffee real quick. Okay, excuse me. So it's gotten into some people's heads, and I realize people are saying nice things. Don't get me wrong. This is not criticism towards any of those people. It's very nice that people are saying nice things, but please be aware. I want to be very clear. I'm getting some support from people because I'm apparently in recovery. I'm not. I have never claimed to be. I have said, and this is the truth. This is actually fact here. I have said that I have stopped drinking until I reach certain goals, physical goals, that is. Okay, because I recently started going back to the gym. I explained this before, but I'll explain it one more time. And I'm not trying to rip on anybody here, I'm just saying, I just want to be clear that because there's I'll get to that. I simply it seems like a New Year's resolution thing. I promise that the timing is it's just a coincidence of timing is what it is. I was drinking whiskey a lot. And I was drinking whiskey a lot because I was just plain bored. And I got to a point where I was just like, okay, I got to get back in the gym. Because my body was just telling me, like, it was just basically just rejecting. There was no point where I was, being a bad drunk or anything like that. I would just drink, watch movies, relax. Rarely was I drinking when I was on here. If I was drinking when I was on here, you guys would know it. I'd let you know. I'd be like, cheers. And those are fun. And I have no regrets about those things. And we will do them again. It's just that right now, all I'm saying is I am very focused right now on my physical well-being. And I'm working very hard on that. And drinking is very counterproductive to what I'm trying to do at the moment. So once I reach those goals, then we will celebrate with the drink again. It is just simple self-discipline is what I'm focused on right now. And it's not even, what's interesting about that is it's not even a struggle. I don't even think about it. It's very, very easy. And like I've said before, the edibles help. But right now, I'm just simply focused right now on getting in the best physical shape that I can possibly be right now, and other things that I plan on working on, and that brings me to my next subject, but. I just want to be clear, two reasons why I wanted to be very clear about that, because I want to be careful about words that we use here, because no, by no means am I in recovery, quote unquote. I just want to be very clear about that because one of the reasons is that I just don't like to have misinformation come from this channel if I can help it. And secondly, I don't want to disrespect anyone else who is actually in recovery. There are there are certain programs that people take on. They call that being in recovery, and it helps them get through whatever they're getting through and improve their lives in whatever means that they need to improve their lives. And I don't want to minimize that in any way, because what I'm doing is by no means, now it's something people in recovery can do, and it's very helpful and it's very healthy, but it's not something that it's all I'm doing, you know? Like, I can't sit up here high on a fucking THC gummy and talk about sobriety and recovery. That's not what I'm going to do. And I simply do enjoy having drinks from time to time, but I was drinking a lot more than usual simply because I was bored. I had a lot of time on my hands, and it was just like, why not? But then it was just like, wait a minute, all right, like, I'm not getting any younger, and it would be more beneficial and more logical to try to do good things with my body and try to make my body stronger rather than put poison in it all the time. So it was just a real easy thing to do. I don't wake up every day going, oh my God, what, you know, and this is not to make fun of those who do, because I get it. But I don't wake up going, okay, one day at a time, you know, just one day at a time. I don't go through that. I simply get up, I go to the gym, I make my food, and I go live or I watch movies. You know, it's a real simple thing. And I'm very content doing that. But like I said, I just don't want people to think that I'm going around saying that I'm in recovery, quote unquote, because I think it would be an irresponsible word to use as far as to describe what I'm doing right now. Now, that brings me to my next subject, where I have I'm going to probably be doing less lives, maybe. I don't know. We'll just have to see how it pans out. But starting hopefully next week, if not definitely the following week, don't know how long it's going to take, but I'm going to be really deep diving into other things, you know, behind the scenes here. And I don't know exactly how long it's going to take or how well it's going to come out or what. But I will be trying to just do more. And so, but I'll still be going live. Don't worry. I'll still be going live. I just won't be going live probably as often. It just depends on what it takes to get these things done that I want to get done. But that's all. And we're the idea here is to always have fun. You know, no matter what we're doing, we're always going to have fun. You know, we can find the humor in things that are a little strangely not so humorous for whatever reasons, depending on the case. The thing about this case, though, is it's not even a case. You know, and I know that there's a lot of people here that have very, very strong opinions on the whole Marvon McCray and Drea McCray and Letitia and all of that stuff. And I've noticed something. I've noticed something that I'm enjoying, kind of, is I'm watching slowly but surely. I mean, it's doing what it does. It's doing the thing that cases like this end up doing. And what they end up doing is making somehow it less about the case and more about the rivalries between creators. I'm seeing some really interesting, fun things happen. This is exactly naturally what it's supposed to evolve into becoming, just so everyone knows. And this is not to sound insensitive, and I want everybody to understand, and I know my mods drop these links in chat all the time, and I want to be clear before I go on saying, and to make my point, obviously, you know, we all have strong feelings about suicide, depression. This channel has very strong feelings about these things, and I know all of us have, you know, many of us have had very, very deep discussions on this issue. And so this is not to make light of that in any way, shape, or form, but there has been a circus that has been created, and I'm merely going to talk about that circus. The truth is, at this point, I don't really have any opinions one way or the other that I wish to express, that I feel so overwhelmed to express. I may express them, but I don't feel an overwhelming need to. As far as the relationship between Marvon McCray and Drea McCray, I just, it's none of my fucking business as far as I'm concerned. Once law enforcement had publicly released a statement saying that, well, I don't even know if they released a statement, but the investigation became public record to the point to where we all saw it's, you know, there's no criminal activity. There's no criminal investigation that needs to take place. No foul play, nothing of that nature. So it's over and done with as far as I'm concerned. At this point, it's just a personal thing between a couple with kids. It's none of my fucking business. I don't care. So at this point, anybody who's involved in that situation, I'm going to defend to a certain degree because I don't see them doing anything to these YouTube creators. Okay. There's been no criminal charges. There's been a criminal investigation that was conducted and nothing. And the conclusion is that there was no criminal activity. There was no crime that took place. This is a very tragic case where somebody was unhappy for whatever reasons to the point to where they felt the need to attempt to take their own life. And that is a very, very sad situation. And I wish that family all the best of luck. But what's very interesting is that there are going to be YouTube channels who take advantage. And yes, 988 is a number that you call. Thank you, Chasing Truth. And there are, you know, I want to be clear, and I've gotten some flack about this in the past, but I want to be clear, you know, yes, we are very, very empathetic, sympathetic towards those who have issues with depression and have had thoughts of suicide or having thoughts of suicide. It's understandable, no judgment, but I urge you to call someone who is trained in helping people with that sort of thing. I am not, as much as I can relate. Okay. I just want to be very clear because I've been criticized for this in the past. I am not trained. And therefore, if you talk about this stuff in my chat, I'm just going to refer you to one of the links that is being dropped in my chat by one of my mods, because I want you to get the best possible help. I couldn't have it on my conscience that I was so arrogant as to give you advice when I'm not trained to do so. I'm not qualified to do so. So therefore, I would in good conscience only be able to refer you to at least some sort of path where you can get someone who's properly trained to talk you through a situation like that. So I just want to be clear about that. But the other thing that I want to be abundantly clear about is that we are going to be going over MGL's review of Drea's live. And I actually watched a good deal of it, as long as it took me to cook my dinner. But I had my phone sitting up there while over the stove, and I was cooking my food, and I was watching her live on Facebook or whatever. I didn't watch it live. I watched a replay of it. but I didn't watch the whole thing. But I've got a pot of coffee here. I may have to make another one, so we may have to take a pause. I don't know how long this one's going to be, but it just depends on how it's going. But we're going to discuss this stuff, and the stuff that we're going to discuss is going to be with the intention of having some fun, not to make light of the tragedy that is the excuse being made to stir all of this up.
Hey, it looks like Drea McCray is live. What's going on? I need someone to come up that can, I'm going to play it, yeah. I need someone to jump up that can show me it, because I'm blocked.
Big shocker.
Thank you, guys.
You're blocked. Wow.
Oh, she's saying the same thing she told the cops? Listen, we're not here to diss her. We're not here to diss her.
Oh, no. Yeah, like anybody.
I'm just hoping that she tells us what she...
Her chat doesn't even believe that. Her chat doesn't even believe that they're not there to diss her. Let's get real.
Plans to do with Marvon, and...
I sent you the link. It's in the
Are you gonna, Jelly? Are you gonna show us what she's doing?
I sent you the link. It's in the your text. The link is in your text. She's live. That's the link.
I'm blocked.
Let's be clear too about something. I was seeing, and I want to be. I don't care if I'm the only one who points this out, but at this point, it's really funny to me from an outside perspective. And this is just somebody who enjoys watching MGL's behavior. From an outside perspective, this is an interesting take on MGL, because what this has become is it has naturally become exactly what MGL wanted it to become. What MGL does is she exploits any potential drama in a crime case. I've made this point many times, folks. I've made this point many times. When one of the reasons why the demographic for true crime is the demographic for true crime is because there is, when it comes to a crime case, obviously there was some sort of drama leading up to that. What happens when you're watching ID channel, folks? Okay, let's analyze that for a second, because I watch ID channel all the time. I'm not judging anybody for watching ID channel. I watch it all the time. But let's talk about ID channel for a second. And I know a lot of us watch it. So, and if you're like me, I watch it like it's my go-to default channel. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm not looking for something specific and something's just on, my default channel is Investigation Discovery. It just is. And so when you watch these shows, the one thing that they all have in common is that there's always this drama between a couple or parents and a kid or whatever. There's always this weird, crazy family drama that takes place that leads up to a tragedy. Okay? Always happens. Okay? Now, I'm always interested to find out what motive was and all of that sort of thing. A lot of us are interested in that too. But the meat and potatoes, as Harsh Reality likes to say, is the drama. That's the hook. That's what gets you reeled in. That's what keeps you sucked in and interested. You know what I mean? A lot of people, just the facts of the case would do that, just certain facts of the case. But a lot of the facts of the case leading up to the crime is stuff that's like something you'd see in a Lifetime movie. And that's why they make Lifetime movies about these things, right? So, you know, the majority of us we're hooked into true crime because of the drama aspect of it. What creators like MGL does is what she'll do is she's not the only one. We talk about a lot of them that do this, but they latch onto that. And then what they do is they take that aspect of the crime and try to create more drama from it. So that's why she reaches out and contacts these family members, because she will try to get them involved in a drama with her, and then she'll exploit that. She'll make tons of money doing that. She's done it with so many cases. She did it with the Watts case. She's doing it here. I mean, this is an MGL MO. She's always done this. This is funny because it's not a crime. She tried to create, this is something different. She tried to create a crime taking place that didn't take place. Basically everything that she did to this woman is pure slander. And you may have your opinions, I may have mine of Drea McCray, but regardless, it's none of our business. You know, I mean, now I understand the whole, you know, hey, she makes herself public, but she seems to understand that too. See, that's the thing about Drea McCray. She seems to understand this fact as well, that, you know, you make yourself public and, you know, you got to expect hate. You got to expect negative feedback.
Shit, how do I do it? Oh shit, Justin's watching it. I can text him for you. Want me to text him?
How can you?
I don't know what she's doing.
Show it by action. So as soon as I see social media acting a fool, I was out. There ain't
Yeah,
gonna be
exactly.
no do us.
Exactly.
At the same number that. Oh yes, I will be. There she is.
Yeah, these people just, as Chasey said, just tripping over themselves. Like they just couldn't wait. It was like sinking their teeth. It was like predators sinking their teeth in meat. It was just really strange to watch. It was like her and her minions are just piranhas. And this is the thing, is nobody gives a fuck. Like, this lady doesn't give a fuck. Drea McCray doesn't seem to give a fuck, which I love, you know? But at the same time, this has just become a feud between MGL and Without a Crystal Ball, who both are equally assholes as far as I'm concerned. And I love that, because it's funny, because and then now I'm seeing, like, even creators that I kind of like, they're like taking sides. And it's really funny. It's like, if you're taking a side of one of these people, it doesn't matter which one it is, one of them's an asshole. Neither one of these people are right in this situation, which is really, really funny. Like, they both lie. They'll both say anything that it takes to spin the narrative that's making them the most revenue on their channel. Either one of them will do that. Both of them will do that. And I find it really, really funny that people are like, well, I'm team MGL, or I'm team Without a Crystal Ball. And I'm like, they're both assholes. Like, and how do you look simping up to either one of them? Like, how do you look doing that, bro? Seriously. It's the strangest thing in the world. What, just because, like, I'm going to link up with one of the most hated people on YouTube for good reason, because she's saying stuff against MGL? It makes no sense. So it's just funny, because this has become exactly what MGL wants it to be. This is what she does. Like, if you can't see that this was 100% fabricated to be exactly what it is right now by Molly Golightly herself, she architected this whole goddamn thing to be what it is now. And she's making tons of money doing it.
How do I get you in my Facebook?
There's no words. I need to take my time because
Oh my God, dude.
I am
like,
getting help.
please, for fuck's sake.
Reason why I'm live, because I need to tell.
And if this girl,
I like what's happening right now, because this is not a good update. And so, no matter what you feel about me, please respect that y'all ran me off. Y'all ran with delusions of grandeur.
that's such illusions of grandeur.
Probably a day in their life.
She doesn't know what that means.
But people on social media like to talk. And
She doesn't know what she's talking about.
And I'm not the type of person to say, I don't like drama.
And
I can't stand drama. I don't like drama.
I bet you anything that she never mentions MGL's name. I'll bet you anything that she never mentions her name.
No. I say it and I show it right now.
Right.
So as soon as I see social media acting a fool, I was out.
Gotcha.
There ain't gonna be no back and forth.
Yeah.
There is no we're going at each other. There's gonna be no drama. You are gonna be cool, and it is not a single person. Many influencers, creators have tried to tarnish my name.
Yeah.
And all sides.
We use what you gave us.
God. This is my income. This is what I've been doing for 5 years.
Yeah.
Dude, like, I know people are like, because this has become about looks. But I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, I'm just saying, between the two of them, and like, it was funny because I was watching Drea live, and she was being accused. She was addressing people talking shit about her, like, getting made up, I guess, in the police when the police were showing up. And she was basically like, yeah, so I like to put myself together, you know, like, I want to look good. And what? You know what I mean? Like, it was just funny as fuck. Like, it was a very, very simple justification, which is fine. Like, some people just like to be made up. Some people don't feel like they can get on with their day until some women, you know, until they get their shit put together. You know what I mean? Pop, 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 pop. All of this, you know, they can't until they get that started mentally. Because I feel that, you know what I'm saying? I feel that, like, until I have a long hot shower, you know, I just don't feel like I'm completely out of bed. You know what I mean? So I'm assuming that for women, there's a lot of women that are just like, you know, I'm not, until I look good. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get shit out of me. You know what I'm saying? I understand that. I get that. So what I didn't occur to me one bit. I was going over the body cam footage myself at one point, and I was like, I didn't see anything wrong with it, but at the same time, I didn't even cross my mind that her response would be something as simple as what it was and make absolutely perfect sense. Like, yeah, I like to look good. What? I mean, okay, yeah. How do you argue with that?
So allow me a safe.
We used what you gave us, Dre. No one came after your job. Not any of us. Not me. Not me. I never went after your job. I used what you gave us. You don't even know what delusions of grandeur is. So yeah, if you're gonna talk about a lawsuit, I hope
Bro, I'm talking about like 90% projection. Like 90% of the shit coming out of her mouth is projection. Yo, shout out real quick to Down the Rabbit Hole News, Deets on the Streets.
you're fucking rich as fuck. It's gonna take a lot of money, sweetheart. And if this girl was trying to allude to a lawsuit, which Flavor is over here, do you know how much money? She would be bankrupt. She would be bankrupt because my countersuit would be fucking fierce. Just mine alone. We'd all be countersuing.
Now, here's the thing is in Molly's mind, she almost wants to get sued. Because what happens is when you get sued, when you're on YouTube and you end up getting sued, to some degree, you fucking blow up. In some cases, it's just like if you're a drama channel and you're being sued, like people are going to be watching you to see what you're going to say, what you're going to do. She kind of wants it, but she's too stupid to understand that, you know, like she's going to lose the lawsuit. Like, I mean, I'm not a lawyer, but I would think all of the slanderous shit that she said, because she didn't, I mean, yeah, she put herself out there. Like Drea put herself out there and is subject to criticism like any of us are. But at the same time, you know, criticizing and slander are different things. Like she's up here going, you're the one who gave us the content. You're the one who told us. You gave it to us. You gave it to us. Now, that's what MGL is doing for us right now. Okay? That's what she's doing for us right now. Telling lies about her is a different story. Creating and spinning a narrative that somebody tried to murder their husband while they are laying in a coma from self-inflicted trauma. And this person has 2 kids. Okay? Nobody's going to take your side. Everybody has their own right to grieve however they want. And if her method of grieving is to go on social media and be with the people that in her mind, in her heart, empower her, which are her followers, you don't have any right to criticize her for that. At first I did. At first I thought the same thing. I was like, that's kind of fucked up. But then it just boils down to, I wouldn't do that. But I can't judge somebody else for doing it. You know what I mean? I just simply wouldn't fucking do it. Not me. But if Drea wants to do that, and if that makes her more comfortable, right on. You know?
Come back. And
did I say 2 kids? I didn't say 2 kids. Did I say any number of kids specifically? I'm sorry if I did.
If you feel some type of way about me, then this is not going to be a place for you to be.
Okay.
Now I can't make.
And she's saying something very simple. She's like, if you don't like me, you're not gonna get anything out of this. Now, she doesn't seem to understand that that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to take anything she says and they're going to twist it, and they're going to make it mean whatever they want it to mean. You know, so they are going to get something out of watching her. It just is what it is, you know, but she's coming from a very innocent mindset of why? Where's the logic in that? Why do you get off on finding reasons to hate someone? You know what I mean? That doesn't make sense. You know, like I'm just up here creating content. I have followers that like me and I'm here to talk to them, you know?
You leave, but I don't accept that energy at all. And I don't know why you would want to do that to someone who is going through something so hard in their life. No matter what you feel about me, my husband still has a brain injury. My husband still needs care. I still need to provide for my husband, for my children. I've been the breadwinner for 5 years, not my husband.
Now, Some people may twist that as her bashing her husband. I wouldn't take it that way, because if it's true, it's not bashing the husband. It could simply be something that he would agree to. He could be sitting right next to her if he wasn't in a coma and be like, yeah, that's true. She has been the sole breadwinner. You know? And if her way of being the sole breadwinner is through an MLM, like people are saying it is, and we know from following the Watts case that being in an MLM, social media is a huge part of being successful in that. So you have to be very, very active on social media, and being her and looking pretty and smiling and being positive all the time, that if that helps sell her product and put food on the table, well, then that's how she does it. That's how she earns her living. And so you fucking with her and twisting everything she's saying and accusing her of attempted murder, basically, and accusing her of driving, of starving her children and driving her husband to suicide and being abusive. You making all of these accusations affects her livelihood. It affects her image and it affects her livelihood, which I would think, not a lawyer, but I would think would be grounds for a lawsuit. I don't see how you would have any grounds for a counter lawsuit. She hasn't addressed you by name. She is just sitting there going, hey, if you don't like me, this isn't the channel for you. This is what she's sitting up there saying.
I don't know. That's gonna be up to Dre if she does something about this video.
Very successful business.
Who is she streaming? She's streaming me? Or who's she streaming?
She's helped me so much. But the responsibility.
What do you want? Want a job that I don't hate.
The main responsibility has always lied on me. And I've been gone for 7 months without getting an income. And there's a lot of things that have been put out about me that are straight up lies, and things that are trying to, lies that want to make you feel some type of way.
Yeah, that's all we want to know. Why isn't her family allowed to visit him?
Which makes no sense.
The MGL, that's none of your fucking business. That's none of your fucking business. Those are all adults involved in that feud, okay? And even if the kids were involved, that's somebody else's problem. That's not your business. That's not your family. That's not for you to make any type of intervention. This is a family. And how this family conducts themselves during a hard, difficult time is not your business.
When my husband did what he did, he had been in that trigger for 3 weeks already. He was not himself for a while.
Big mistake talking.
And things were not well. And it's hard because with being by his side all this time, you realize that if he's in a triggered state, he's either going to get better or he's going to have a seizure.
Wait a second.
Just waiting for time.
Wait a second, sweetie. Hold on 1 second. Wait a second. You said that he was in this triggered state. He didn't have a wallet. He wanted a sandwich. He wanted a pizza. He didn't have a computer. He wanted to stay at a hotel. You put him there, not me. Not all these creators. We haven't been talking about your husband. We haven't been talking about you lately. Why are you coming out now? Absolutely.
Because she fucking wanted to come out. Like, she didn't do anything to you when she came out to talk. You attacked her for coming out and talking. You see how she tries to twist this into like, look what you did. You did this. What did she do? She hasn't done anything. She's innocently gone about her own business and addressed her own followers.
Holy Carol, she doesn't even know what delusions of grandeur are. Did you hear her say that? Do you know what delusions of grandeur are? Delusions of grandeur
this should
are
be
like when
fantastic.
somebody thinks that like
Please, this should be
like
golden.
they're like the queen of something.
Oh.
That they're delusional and they think that they're the queen.
You know, like somebody who thinks that their audience wants to watch them fucking shovel fucking food in their face. Like somebody who thinks that their audience wants to be subjected to watching them simply put fucking lip gloss or lip shit all over their fucking lips while they're talking. Or somebody who thinks that we want to listen to them fart and burp while they take a shit while fucking their lapdog Justin carries the live stream. I mean, because I don't have those delusions. I don't think that I am so important to my audience to where I'm so arrogant as to go fucking drop a fucking deuce in the middle of a live stream. I don't. So please indulge us and explain to us more and enlighten us on what delusions of grandeur are.
Queen, that they live this big luxurious life, that they're like something they're totally fucking not. Like it's like they don't have the things that they think that they have. she's not of sound in mind.
She sounds perfectly fine to me.
Crazy.
How do
look at her? She still looks fucked up. What is this? I thought people said that.
Bro, your eyes aren't even open. What are you talking about? Your eyes aren't even open, and your fucking house looks like an apartment in a retirement community. Like you look like you look like a widow. You know what I'm saying? Like you look miserable as fuck. And you're sitting here talking about somebody looking unhealthy. That woman does not look unhealthy at all to me. Like at all.
She was looking better. What is this? I thought people said she looked better.
She looks fine to me.
That she was dating? Wow. No. Oh, the only reason I'm streaming Flava is because she's the only person I knew that had this audio. Sorry. For this Wanda person who says that I'm invested in Flava. No, sorry, Flava, but you're the only one that I know that's streaming this. Sorry. Why is she saying lawsuits? This girl can't sue anybody. Come on, Flava. She got the money.
Then he took drastic measures. So me, I stayed off of social media. For the first week, I was completely off. Then I needed support from Slay Mafia, my subscribers, people that subscribe to this Facebook page. We have such a good bond, and I needed that help for me because I was going through a
shocker.
lot. Then after 2 weeks,
didn't even hear this, and she's confirming my theory, which was she simply finds comfort in her community that she's built. Wow, amazing. What a bad person.
My husband was given a feeding formula that interacted with his body in a very bad way. My husband was at the VA hospital, And from day 3, it was pull the plug type.
Yeah, these people don't learn until they get sued.
And it lasted throughout the duration.
These people don't learn until they get sued. And sometimes they still don't even learn. Like, without a crystal ball, dude, she gets sued all the time. Like, she's always fucking getting sued. And then you got canceled Karen. Like, dude, she's so done. She hasn't been live. And like, dude, let me look at this real quick.
Of his visit. And during a certain time, he was given feeding formula that I could clearly see his body is interacting in a very bad way. We've been vegans for a while. We've been alkaline vegan for like a year, but well, more than that now. But at that time,
Dude, canceled Karen hasn't been live in 2 weeks. And her last video hasn't even broke 1,000 views. And she's talking about Alec Murdoch. Like, she's so done. She's so done. Like, that's all it takes, man, is just for somebody to hold these people accountable. That's all it takes. Kay was dangerous. Kay was dangerous. Now she's fucking nothing.
in like 3 years, he hadn't had any meat. All they have is natural products. Like when I say my husband had a negative reaction, I'm talking about before he could be off of the ventilator for 8 hours. And then when he had the increase in the feeding formula, he couldn't last 5 minutes. He couldn't, his heart rate, he couldn't function. What the doctor said is that he's going to be on a ventilator.
Dude, just look at her face, dude. You know what I mean? Like, look at her face. She's just so bitter at this woman. She like hates her so much. Doesn't even fucking know her. Has her own backyard to clean up. Like, her own backyard is a fucking mess. And yet she's worried about this lady's. You know? It's just, look at her face, dude. She has the look of everything that I just described on her face. Just carrying someone else's fucking weight while her own weight should be what's on her mind. Ridiculous.
The rest of his life. Never going to be able to recover. This is his state from here on out. That's what I was told. Day 3. Day 1 and 2 was really bad, detrimental. It was awful. But I never.
I don't care about her screaming it because she wants the word out.
I said so many prayers. Asking for God to intervene and save my husband's life. And I thought he was gone. When he was on the gurney coming from the backyard.
Oh, yeah.
I was so shocked.
Again, let me make this very clear. She doesn't give a shit about Marvon. She doesn't care anything about that dude. Like, this is just pure content. It's been content. This is about her having online feuds with other people, with other YouTube creators, because she is a drama channel and she knows how to capitalize from being a drama channel. And she's just exploited this for her own personal gain. And what's funny is she could just do that. She could just say that. You know what I mean? Like, I'll give House of Williams at least that much credit. House of Williams is like on this desperate attempt of trying to keep the drama community like real. I'll give her that. The problem is that she's a fucking moron and nobody respects anything that comes out of her face. But it's just funny to me because she'll at least sit there and be like, you know what, man? Like, just fucking say it. Just what's the fucking difference? You know, just fucking say it. I'm bringing you all the drama. Super chat me because I'm bringing you all the drama. Why not? That's what they log on for. Channel 69, GWN, thank you so much. MGL house looks like a funeral home. Oh my God, it does. Oh, wow. That was good. Yeah. I mean, she's a bad person because she fucking lies to the people that give her money as to where the money's going, why she's doing it. She does not give a fuck. She's unbelievably fake in that sense. And that's what makes her bad. Is now in cases like this, it's shitty and it sucks. You know what I mean? But when it comes to actual crime cases where justice still needs to be sought, it's very dangerous. Like, she interferes with families of victims, and it's just very, very disgusting. Patricia Sell, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate that. And what's funny is now she's bitter because what she did was she gambled on it. Because I think that she honestly believed at one point that Drea had something to do with what happened to Vaughn. I think she believed the shit she was saying, and then got to a point. Now, I don't think that she actually cared about him, but I think she believed what she was saying. And I think now that she's been proven wrong because law enforcement did a thorough investigation. I mean, there's nothing to discuss anymore. She can't milk this anymore. What she's doing now is just desperately trying to perpetuate some sort of rivalry with her to create more drama that she can capitalize off of. But she's not really buying into it. Like, Drea knows that that's what she's doing. She knows that's what she is.
Because I performed CPR. I don't even know how long, but his body.
And I remember her and jaundice dipshit trying to say that she didn't sound out of breath and that they were implying that she was lying about performing CPR on her own husband. Like, how can you fucking say that? You weren't there. How can you say something so irresponsible? You know, like, God forbid any of them have to go through that. God forbid somebody is in a position to where they need one of their help. You know what I mean? God forbid. Oh God, I would hate to be someone who ends up having dinner across from MGL and then I choke. Like, that would suck. That would be fucking terrible.
When I seen that his heart was pumping, that was all that I needed to know and believe that he's going to get better.
I believe nothing.
In time, he will recover.
Of course not.
And so then leaving the VA hospital with all those issues, I feel like there's so many things that I'm going to be talking about the next few days. So I'm giving you update kind of like a need to know kind of basis right now, but there's a whole lot of stuff I want to talk about, and I'm going to fill in a whole lot of gaps and clear a whole lot of things up. But right now, I'm just going to talk about what's important to this story right now. So
look at the bitterness on her face.
The hospital, and in 4 days, they take him off the ventilator and never put him back on. And it was amazing. And I was.
No, she didn't. No, she didn't.
When Marvon's, my husband's biological mother, really contributed to the harassment I received, it was severe.
No, she didn't.
Whenever she posted the police report,
let's be
of what
honest.
happened,
Now, I don't know too much,
she did it.
but it's a fair statement. She absolutely contributed to the harassment, because if she's reaching out and giving information to this person who is harassing Drea online by spreading lies about her, well, then yes, I'm sorry, but Marvon's mother contributed to that harassment. I'm not saying that she did it in a malicious manner, deliberately. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is it's a fair statement. No matter what her motives were for doing so, she, without any question, was in contact with MGL, giving her information on their personal family lives. So yes, she contributed. By doing so, she contributed.
Without redacting my address and my phone number. And immediately, immediately back to back.
So she's saying she was blocked.
Harassment, back. My phone number. I received, it was severe.
No, she didn't.
Whenever she posted the police report of what happened, she did it without redacting my address and my phone number.
See, that's doxing. I don't know who she's saying did that, whether it was Vaughn's mom or MGL, but whoever posted that police report and did not redact her information doxed her. So that shit's fucked up.
And immediately.
And MGL's not denying it.
Immediately back to back. Harassment. DEATH threats.
No one did.
I should have been the one that did it to myself. And
she says she did. No one harassed her. No one gave her a death threat. That's what she said.
Okay, come on. Now, come on. Let's get real. Because I don't even know. Okay, folks, I want to be clear about this. I have no idea I have an idea, but I have no actual proof. I have no actual data that says that Drea got some sort of threat to her life. But I absolutely believe it. I absolutely believe that happened. With the kind of people that follow MGL, with those kind of people, absolutely do I believe that somebody sent her some sort of ominous, shitty message at the very least, if not a direct threat. For sure. For sure. I have no doubt in my mind. When you're thinking about thousands of people, and you have made thousands of dollars spinning a narrative that this woman is possibly getting away with attempted murder and starving children. One of these fucking assholes, these idiots are going to harass this woman. Thank you so much, Juana Michel. Drea is a far better woman than me. My husband, my life, suffered a stroke and was life support for 45 days. If this MGL lady did even half of the shit to me she's done to Drea, I'd be on a hunt. Oh my God. And you'd have a right to feel that way. And thank you, by the way. You'd have the right to feel that way. Now, to actually go out and do it, no. But you definitely have the right to hold her accountable within the boundaries of the law. I believe it, Chasing Truth. You're saying the online comments were horrible. I believe it. I have no doubt in my mind. Like, these people are like rabid animals, dude.
Remember the cops were here?
People, there was a Facebook group, I think it grew like 80,000 people in like 4 days. These groups, these people that were trying to make people hate me,
Mm.
literally. Like, they were posting videos from like 3 years ago to get people to have a negative, hateful feeling towards me. When all that was happening and when these groups were growing and then all of these creators are getting on,
I wasn't in a.
felt very scared.
Bullshit.
Very scared.
You
The
knew of
main
all that shit
Facebook
going
page
on.
that started
You
all of
perpetuated it
this,
with your channel.
they made a post saying that they're flying here on to come protest out of my parents' house because I was not allowing Vaughn's mother at that
I
time.
understand chasing truth, but we just don't condone
Not
that.
me.
Is all I'm saying. We don't condone that
I
here.
had to get whenever they made
But I
that post,
understand.
really
I
loud,
gotcha.
they gave a heads up because I was on a Zoom meeting with my friends, and they were like, "Drea, I'm very sorry to tell you this, but I think you should get in your RV and leave right now. People are on the way to your mom's house."
Did that happen?
And immediately my mom pulls up her RV right
See,
next
she
to
hasn't
mine,
named her at all.
and I have to tell my children.
But make no mistake that MGL is the sole person responsible for all of this. You know what I mean? Like, as far as all of the hate and all of the rumors flying, this is her doing. She did this. So who else could she possibly be addressing here?
Who are already
She won't name her by
dealing
name.
with the fact that their dad is in the hospital. This is not our city. Tucson is not where we're from. We're in an RV. Like, everything is so new. Our life has completely turned upside down. And now we're having to run for our safety because people want to come and stalk me.
That's not what happened.
Like I had something to do with this.
See, she's just
So,
trying to.
That's
She's
not what happened.
And I went.
That's classic. That's classic canceled Karen K right there. That's what that is right there. Just trying to, just acting like as if it didn't happen and denying it somehow erases all of the evidence and all of the data proving that that's what happened. So she'll sit here and go, nope, that didn't happen. But there's apparently proof of it. So what do you mean it didn't happen? You could wish all you want.
Went to an RV park. And sometime around that time, that's when I went 3 days without visiting my husband because I was worried for my safety. At that time, I was working with a private investigator, and she checked up on me, and
I know.
And I told her that I've never left his side ever, not once. I've been by my husband's side every single.
Are you sick of having issues with
No,
your
she's not
webinars,
being sued
wasting
yet,
tons of
but-
time on troubleshooting with attendees?
She's not being sued yet, but hopefully she
But
will.
I worry because people, Marvan's mother posted the location of his hospital.
She never did.
Who was in Tucson.
Never did.
You know, like, why would you do that?
She never did.
To your son, that's his location, right?
She never did. She never did.
And then there's people that.
She never. She's a liar. She's a fucking liar. She's a fucking liar.
I mean, what's really funny is look at the behavior. Look at the behavior. Let's say the two of them end up in court together, right? Who's going to be the one that's going to have their shit together? Which one of them, if both of their content gets presented as evidence, like, who's going to look the worst? You know what I mean?
Go to the bat for Vaughn.
Liar.
Vaughn still has his phone. I logged into Vaughn's Facebook. They ain't even Facebook.
The fuck?
I literally just tried to friend request him recently because he was on the top of my husband's friend request list.
This fucking liar.
That's how desperate people were to act like they really cared about Vaughn when they absolutely showed no love to him. If anybody ever cared about Vaughn, you would know how much he loves and adores and how much his family is his whole entire world. And me, our relationship, it's hard to describe.
Hold on. I gotta see this bitch's fucking face.
It's so obvious when we see videos of me and Vaughn. Look at the way he looks at me.
Oh, shut up.
See, you don't get to do that, man. Like, you don't know nothing about these people's relationship, dude. You know what I mean? Like, you don't get to sit here and trash her for talking about the affection between her and her husband.
Your husband's life with a man as special as him.
Oh, shut up.
And yet I'm judged for wanting
Like,
him.
bro, just because you're not getting any D at all, dude, you know, and you're always bitter about it, because you're always bitter about it. Let's get real. Like, just because nobody is burning you down, you gotta like hate on anybody who has a fucking solid relationship with somebody else. Like, what is that? Like, this, why are you hating on this woman because she's talking about the affection between her and her husband? Like, why does that bother you so much?
Wanting them to continue to help him and keep fighting.
She's such a liar.
I'm looked at bad. Like, I should have just let him go since this is what he wanted. Are you kidding me?
Really?
How can you even form your thoughts to think that, but even more so express that?
You liar. Liar.
For someone
Liar.
like, something that's so precious. Like this.
His mom did don't stay here.
So to
She did. She's right.
Just crazy. But for 3 days, I didn't go to see Vaughn because I was worried of my safety.
Oh, please.
And then she told me, you gotta go there.
Dude,
even if you
look at the shit you fucking said about this woman. Of course she's gonna be scared. Of course she's gonna be scared. She'd be a fool to not take precautions after what you have said about this woman. Gene D, thank you so much. You're the best. Much love, the glare. No, you're the best. Thank you. Appreciate that. Dude, look at why wouldn't this woman take precautions and feel like her life could be in danger? Why wouldn't she do that?
pull up in your vehicle and you ask them to have security escort you.
Oh, please.
Then do that. So what I would do is I would park a mile away from the hospital, and then I would take a taxi to go visit my husband every day. Those 3 days that I didn't see him, he declined so much.
What? What?
Jerry, stop it.
See, Vaughn at that time, he had already been opening his eyes. And it was a little bit. Vaughn's eyes, one eyeball would be like looking straight, and the other eye would be like his eyes were around, and they were barely.
Don't change the subject.
Open, barely.
Wait, she's changing the subject.
But it took 2 months for his eyes to fully open. Vaughn's eyes are fully open. Like,
what's wrong with her changing the subject? She wasn't asked a question. She's not being interviewed. What the fuck? She's up there talking. She's doing a live stream for her audience. She could talk about whatever the fuck she wants. Dude, you know how many times I jump from one subject to another because of my ADHD, dude? Because like I'll just be talking about one thing and then I'll just go to something else. Sometimes my channel even be like, yo, Blair. It happens, man. It happens. Jing D, new member. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yeah, like, and you know what? My justification for that is, fuck you. I do whatever I want. I talk about whatever the fuck I want. That's my justification for it. That's her justification too. She can change the subject all she wants.
All the way.
What is she?
The way he looks at me, still with hearts in his eyes.
No.
But I'll get there in a minute.
Okay, get back to what you were saying.
Vaughn's Vaughn's eyes shut all the way. After those 3 days, his eyes weren't open no more. His heart rate was normally.
So you don't
in the
know
70s,
if she's lying about that or not.
low 80s.
It's not your place.
He was.
Oh my God, this girl.
130s, I think, the first day that I got back. He was 130, and he.
I'm sorry,
a
Zero.
lot.
I'm sorry.
And as soon as I seen him, I knew that as scary as I felt.
It's all about her. It really is.
So much more scared of
me,
losing the man that I love with all my heart.
Yeah.
So from that time,
Can we get back to him?
For weeks, I would park a mile away.
Wow.
Take a taxi to the hospital to go see my husband.
Taxi, huh? Who takes
And
taxis these days?
In a few days, his heart rate started to decline. And
She's such a fucking liar.
Bro, what do you mean? Like, there's taxis. There's still taxis in major cities. There's still taxis that sit in front of hospitals, dude. Like, why is that such a crazy lie? Like, you're really reaching when you're trying to like call her out on being a liar because she talked about a fucking taxi.
After that, I vowed I'm never, ever leaving his side again.
Yeah, sure. What?
And the
Are you with him now?
that I have left his side was because I had to make sure that my girls were protected.
Yeah, sure you did.
And I had to go to court out of town. And I didn't make it back in time.
Yes, please don't speak.
Like the next day, early.
Mother created beauty stuff, you guys.
And you know what happened? The very next day is the caregiver that took care of him. He told me that he didn't sleep all night. That whole night, didn't sleep. Every 2 hours, he checks on him because Vaughn needs to be turned. The whole night, nope. He goes, passes by the room all the time. Nope, Vaughn never slept, not even a 20-minute nap. And it took days after that for him to be calm again. That's the type of bond that me and my husband have.
The fuck are you talking about?
Dude, like,
my husband, because he's back in the hospital.
she's talking about her relationship with her husband.
And it's not because his health is declining. It's because he was abused. There was foul play and negligence involved.
What?
And it seems like my voice is not loud enough. And I know what y'all did to me, crucifying me over things that aren't even true. So I hope that this creates a ripple so that my husband can continue to fight.
Excuse me?
Because right now, he's fighting for his life in the hospital.
What the fuck did you say?
When my husband first did this, and I'm going through this adjustment period, I felt good. I felt strong because I knew, and I prayed to God that he would make me, don't give me false hope, save my husband's life. But if that is not what his body is showing, if that's not the direction he's going, don't let me have false hope. And that there would always be signs after signs that would show me he's gonna pull through and make it.
Let's there's the other one that I wanted to go over.
Can be vegan and have sugars and processed foods and
Yeah, it does
eat
wonders.
things that
Wash your teeth.
someone who's plant-based wouldn't, so
this girl makes no sense.
It's just slightly different. But
Okay, let me tell you something. Like, she's vegan. She looks healthy to me. Okay. And I know vegan people who are very, very healthy. It's a life choice. But she's explaining there are certain foods that you can still eat and still be healthy while being vegan. And the fact that this person who we see, who graces us with the images of her stuffing God knows what in her face almost every time that she's live. It's like Drea is speaking Chinese when she's talking about eating healthy. So she's like, what the fuck is she talking about? She makes no sense. Yeah, she's making perfect sense. Not to somebody who spends the time that she's not on the toilet eating. No, she wouldn't make sense to you, but she is making sense.
I love it. It is restrictive, but
You
I
can
love
have
it.
sugars, carbohydrates.
You can.
Girl's a walking contradiction.
I feel like the restriction is a lifesaver. I mean, think about a bird in a cage. Yeah, they're gonna feel restricted, but when they see that there's a big, huge kitty outside of the cage, ready to pounce on the bird as soon as he flies out, well, then it's not really restrictive. It's a protection, and that's how I see it. Think about the Garden of Eden. No, like for real. Think about the Garden of Eden. Like Adam and Eve created. What did God make for them to consume?
What did they create?
Trees, the fruit.
No,
of the
let's get back to
trees,
what they created.
all that. That's what was given to consume. Imagine them eating a Chick-fil-A burger or no, it's not a burger. Chick-fil-A's chicken sandwich. Well, just imagine, you're eating McDonald's. How foreign would those ingredients be to fresh creation? That's very, very foreign.
Listen, Dre, try not to sound smart, okay? Please.
Have the herbs to heal our bodies. Like, we have everything on this earth for our bodies. And I truly believe that.
I know. We get it, honey.
And
we get
that
it.
is the route that I take. And if you don't have the same views, that's okay. You're allowed. You could say, screw plant-based. I'm going to be a carnivore. I meet carnivores. Oh, yeah,
we don't need animals to survive.
I forgot to say
got
that.
it.
My nails are.
We got it, sweetheart.
Anita, the chaotic artist. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Been saying this all day. Mooly the lump. The self-righteous scream judgments against others to hide the noise of skeletons dancing in their own closets. Exactly. Very well put. Thank you.
Animals to survive. We get it, honey. We get it. We get it, sweetheart. We get it.
Well, see, here's the thing. That's one of those things that you can, I understand. Like if somebody shows up, you invite a vegan to a barbecue, okay? Right? And that vegan starts talking about, oh my God, man, you can do this and eat vegan and go blah, blah, blah. That vegan is annoying as fuck. You know what I mean? Like, don't be a dick and try to ruin everybody else's good time with your fucking opinion of values and what's right and wrong as far as eating animals or whatever. But if she's on her own social media platform and she's discussing her beliefs, you're logging on, you're listening to it. Okay? You don't get to criticize her for talking about it because it's something she's passionate about and she's doing it on her own platform. If it's not something that interests you, don't listen to it. Now, I get it. If she's pushing that on you, don't treat her like she's pushing it on you. You don't have to be watching her. You don't have to be criticizing her. You don't have to be doing jack shit. You don't have to be involved in her personal fucking family issues. So here she is talking about her being vegan and the prince and the bullet points as to why it's good, because the people that log on that are following her find it interesting. So you sitting there and shitting all over it is like, you're the bad guy. You're the aggressor.
Dandito.
Art on her nails. So I wanted to match her, and she has a rhinestone in the middle. So it was just me and my daughter wanted to match. But this is not an evil eye, you guys. So I just wanted to say that because I just, that's not true. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, here we go. Also, I just want to say, there's going to be, I just want to say, because I keep thinking of stuff, but like, it needs to be said, dude. Me, last night on Facebook, I did a 2-hour update. It was not even, bro. It was not,
She said, bro.
Yes, I am jumping all over the place.
Why is that?
But like, I didn't
Why
even know where
not?
to start. I felt it in my heart so strongly that this is
Because she doesn't have a
that
script.
this is when I need to go live. I felt it so strongly.
Really
It
now?
was after I left my doctor's appointment. It was after I said a prayer.
What's
I
up,
was
blank
on the phone
screen?
with my friend because I was crying after I left. It's heavy. It's heavy.
Right.
Although it's good to be in counseling, and it's good to
Right.
talk to someone.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you go through those appointments, it's heavy because you're talking about something that's weighing so big, so it can get exhausting and hard. And that's, dude. And before that appointment, my heart, my chest, it had been hurting for a few days.
Right.
Because of the situations going on with my husband being in the hospital, and for the reasons why he's there.
I'm curious as to what a therapist might say, like a real mental health professional. I'm curious as to what their opinion would be as far as someone having a social media platform with a lot of followers, and if that could be beneficial or detrimental in dealing with trauma. I'm wondering, because I don't know. I honestly don't know. But in theory, I feel like maybe the only reason it would be different is because there's actually people giving opinions and giving feedback in the chat. Okay. But, a lot of therapists say to blog, not necessarily to put it out there, but to keep a journal, right? I don't see blogging as being very different. But again, like I said, the difference is you're letting in a lot of people in on your personal shit. You know what I mean? So I'm curious as to what a mental health professional, based on the fact that they would tell you to keep a journal a lot of times, depending on the therapy needed for whatever they're dealing with. I don't know. But I'm curious as to what a mental health professional would say about Drea using social media as a way to cope. But in theory, I don't see it being unhealthy.
And what would those be?
So I was really.
Tell us more.
Thank you, Evelyn. I appreciate that.
Can I?
So Evelyn says, I'm a therapist. It can be either or both and both.
So
boundaries are essential. That makes perfect sense. Like I said, I guess it depends on
I prayed, and she was able to know
the trauma or the therapy that's
struggling with
needed
at that
for
moment.
it.
And then after that, I was like, dude, I kind of feel like I need to go back live. And I told her what I'm feeling, and she's like, I agree. Like this, it would be good. I understand.
Okay, so she's saying that she went to her therapist, and her therapist said it would be good to go live. So I don't see why she would lie about that,
And then it was like, okay, well, tell the ladies that it might, well, I didn't tell her that, but she went and
She doesn't make any sense.
one of the ladies.
Making perfect sense. I was watching this. Like she was making perfect sense
my
to me.
parents first, and I get their blessing.
Right.
And I did. And my mom's really hurt. And I just want to ask, because eventually
All of
I
a
am
sudden?
gonna be, posting a video with my mom. I'm just hoping that people respect her no matter what you feel about me. Like, and that's the thing. If you love Vaughn, if you care about my children, like people acted like they did or do, then you would also not hurt them.
We don't have a problem with your mother or your kids. We have a problem with you.
Not what she's saying.
There will be, you know, two parents putting each other down, or one parent bashing the other parent that takes
Fuck
care
is she
of their
talking about?
child full time. You know, like if you love your children, then you're not gonna bash their mom, especially in front of them. You know, that's not showing love to them, because those children love their
She's
mom.
right about
You
that.
know, those children are with their mom all the time. So you don't hurt your children because you don't hurt the mother, because that would be directly hurting the children, you know?
What?
Indirectly, but yeah, I agree with her.
Bernard. Code green.
Mine code green with Coleman and Colbert.
So funny. Huh?
What's a code green with Coleman and Colbert? They're just kissing.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Oh, and also, by the way, you know, normally I'm known for like blocking people.
Hey, Mommy, I'm learning.
Gotcha.
That's okay. So is Molly. Don't
Chat,
worry.
what time is it?
Don't worry.
That's okay. You still finished at a good time. It's still 12. Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely hurts
Yeah.
Marvan's
So
parents, right?
I'm not gonna get the mods to get my haters out. I need you guys to just learn how to live with them.
You don't have haters. We don't hate you. We're not jealous of you. We just think you're fucking
No,
nuts.
no. Okay, stop.
So if it bothers
Stop.
you, just swipe
Stop.
it, because
Stop it. Like, look at you. Everything, the only logical motive behind your actions at this point is jealousy. The fact that she came out, she decided to address her audience after she was cleared of any wrongdoing that you accused her of. Period. And so at this point, after the fact of everything that I just explained, this is just you being a jealous, mean person and trying to grift as much and milk as much as you can out of this situation. And she's just kind of letting you know, regardless of it, I'm not going to stop doing what I do. I do what I do. Do what you do. I don't give a fuck. She's telling her mods, don't even block nobody. Fuck them. Let them say what they're going to say. I don't give a shit. You know, maybe they'll learn something.
I know it's hard to see those comments. I get it. But again, it just also goes to show on that person, you know, spreading negativity and all that. That has nothing to do with me. The way other people act, that's not me. Other people are accountable for their own actions. Other people.
She says something here too. She says something here that I absolutely love, because I have said this, and it's probably been a couple of years since I've actually said these words on this channel, but she says something extremely wise, because somebody that I respect in my life told this to me, and I was like, man, that makes perfect sense. And it's a great way to go about your life. And I live by this. Okay? I truly do. But I'm going to let her say it, because I have said this.
I'm here now. So I left the internet for so many reasons, but I'm back and I'm not leaving again. So they can say whatever they want, bad or
And
good.
we will. And we will.
A seat, because I ain't going nowhere. Okay, boo?
Okay, Bo. Give us something to talk about, Bo. Bo.
She probably skips
When the
through
rumor
it.
came out that my husband had passed, I'm just like, bro, y'all still believe?
She probably skipped through it. Okay? But now maybe Maybe she'll say it later. I don't know, but I'm going to go ahead just in case. And she says something. She says, what other people think about you is none of your business. That's a fact. That is a fact. It is so easy for me to be me because I understand that how other people feel or think about me, it's none of my fucking business. That's you. Like, any problems that you got with me are exactly that. Your problem, not mine. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. So, I mean, it just blows my mind. All of these people that like strike channels and freak the fuck out. I can't believe these people have the nerve to talk about me. Like, dude, you know, like, I understand if they're spreading lies, you know, I understand if they're accusing you of horrible crimes, you know, yeah, of course, get mad about that. You have a right to get mad about that, you know, but like, people make videos about me. I don't give a fuck. I seriously don't care. It goes with the territory. It just simply goes with the territory. I don't have the energy or the time to worry about things like that. You know? And like, it would behoove you. It would behoove you to simply not fucking worry about it because you can't control it. The only thing you can do is try not to be an asshole. You know what I mean? But if you can sit there and you can genuinely justify your actions because you are at peace and have come to terms with that you are doing everything that you can to be as good of a person as you can possibly be. Okay? If you're doing it, if you and in your own mind are honestly doing that, right? Then, like I said, anybody who's, you know, anybody who's got a problem with you, that's their problem. It's not yours. You know? It's not your problem at all.
Anything that comes out of these people's mouths, like, it's just crazy. Like, y'all are better than that. You guys are better.
I would rather him have passed. I'd rather him have passed.
Wow.
Like, I know,
wow.
And I see the amount of support.
See, that's not for you to say.
The heart, man. Thank
Yeah.
you.
That's not for you to say. The only person on this planet that's legally qualified to say that, even remotely, is her, is Drea. Okay? Now, possibly mom and dad, okay. But Becky G, thank you so much. It is so very powerful to not care what others think. It's like being a superwoman to me. I learned that at around 30, and it's so easy once you like realize it. It's just so easy. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It really does mean a lot to me. That
I think you wanted him to pass. Why didn't you give him CPR?
See, that's right there. Calling her a liar and saying that she did not perform CPR. You weren't there. How do you have the right to say that she did not perform CPR when she says that she did? And if you're wrong about that, how fucked up are you? Because think about that for a second. I've watched someone that I love very much perform CPR on someone that we cared about very much at a young age. And this person didn't make it. And that person that I care about very much, that I watched years ago, perform CPR on this person. They have to carry that. Now, this person was inevitably going to die anyway. They had cancer. It was just, that was it. There was as much as anybody could do. But when it got to that point, and this person had to perform CPR to try to revive that person, it was traumatizing for them. I watched them perform this and gag, you know, but just fighting through it and doing the best that they could. And then the person passed in the hospital. And I can't imagine someone online accusing this person that is very dear to me. I can't imagine them online accusing them of not having gone through what they went through and trying to take that away from them. You know, that's a horrible, horrible accusation to make, because even the slightest chance that you're wrong is so shitty and mean to that person, so hurtful to this person. I wouldn't take the chance of making an accusation like that. Ever. I would never have the audacity to do that.
Hey, I see you. Hey, Miss Fletcher. Hey, Lisa.
Right now, especially in the beginning, I need to address it. Eventually, once some time has passed and certain videos that I want to do are out, then we're just going to refer, hey, if you want an update on this, go watch this video. You know, that way that in time, it's just the things that I normally talk about. Makeup, nails, herbs, all the things that make me happy. You know, we'll move on to things without the drama. Because I don't talk about, like, my duration of social media history, I do not get into it with other people online. Like, I don't want that. You know, there have been issues before.
Right.
But it's like, I do not want to start going on live, name dropping people. Like, what? That's not even.
I don't need you to name drop me.
Let me not say that.
I know I'm relevant in your life. I'm in your head right now, girl.
Okay, no. Wrong.
People that are here that love the videos.
Like, yes, you're in her head for sure, but she's not going to name you. She's not going to drop your name because you're not as relevant as you think. You're not relevant to her in the manner that you wish you were, because you're not relevant enough to her for her to actually engage you, because she's not doing that. She's addressing the rumors to the audience that matter to her. Nobody but her audience. She doesn't give a fuck what your audience thinks. She's expressing that right now because it's bothersome to those who support her to hear lies being spewed out about her. So in support of her audience, she is addressing these things and trying to keep them and set an example, saying, hey, I'm not worried about it. She's leading her audience. She's setting an example. That is what a leader does. So, no, you're not relevant in the sense that you think that you are. You're only relevant to your audience. And she is doing a very, very smart strategic thing here by just simply saying, yeah, that shit's out there, but don't worry about it. I'm not worried about it. You know, I'm up here talking about makeup and the stuff that I love, and you guys are into it. And so that's what we're going to talk about. So don't worry so much about the hate. It's going to happen. It's not going to go away. And if I can handle it, you can handle it. And she's not even outright saying that. She's just showing and creating an example for her audience to follow.
I do.
Oh, yeah. Keep telling yourself that.
A little bit of a transition because I am going to have to address the bad that was.
And she uses cheap makeup.
It's not going to be.
Her makeup's garbage, Donna.
We'll eventually.
It's all made in China shit. Hey, Rosie. Hey, Ronnie.
Okay.
Hey guys.
I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyeliner now because I need to
Hey Kim.
hurry.
That's
Are you still
Drea.
selling jewelry? I mean, I do have my jewelry business, but I have not been live, so like you could still order from me, but I
Oh really?
Because it's a direct sales company.
Hey, Camilla.
And this is a different page where it's a different business. I have to keep my businesses separated, so I'm not allowed to say the link to my website.
Kristen, thank you.
And I don't mind that. This is not like, although it's my business, I'm an independent contractor. They're the ones that came up with the business. So if that's what their rules are, I'm okay with that. I respect it.
What?
No big deal. Okay. Well,
Are you still a paparazzi?
Because I miss my jewelry lives. Oh my gosh. Do you guys, who was there for my jewelry lives? Who was there?
Wait, are you still a paparazzi?
At the stupid, crazy early hours of the morning, just.
Wait, are you still a paparazzi?
Looking at.
Who cares? What's the fucking difference? Sorry, guys, I had to get up for a second. I had to put on a jacket because it's really cold here. But who cares? Who cares if she's still with the company? And she just basically said, hey, when I'm talking about my personal stuff, I'm not allowed to share the link. Maybe somebody contacted her and said, hey, we know that you're public, blah, blah, blah. And that's fine. Just don't talk about us on your live streams. Okay. But she's saying how many people were there during my jewelry lives who watched my jewelry lives. Perfectly understandable.
All kinds of jewelry.
She is. I would love it if you guys became members. I would love it. I would love it. I would love it.
I miss that. Like, I want that again.
Okay. I would love it if you guys were with Papa.
I do for me on a long, I get my nails done and I do my makeup and all that every day. And that is good for my soul, but besides that, I'm not
do what you gotta do.
Massages or like I would love to, but I don't, and that's okay. I am happy and content with what I
Good for you.
do now, and it helps me to continue to.
I hate getting my nails done. It's okay. I hate getting my nails done. I hate it.
Looking and feeling cute because that's something, girl. We would be up late. We would.
I hate doing my makeup. Do yours. Thank you, tacos. Thank you. It's my goal to get 10 people. I got 8 more. Come on, 8 more. Hit that. Come on.
So now she's just like grifting for memberships. Is that what she's doing?
I'm live while I'm doing something. So I'm not here looking at any I'm looking at some comments, but it's only what's on the screen. And on TikTok, I only see like 3 comments at a time. Right now, I only see 5 comments.
8 more.
Actually, 4 comments. So it's just
8 more.
It's different. I'm not staring at the screen or the comments, but I think you can see that by my eyes and my motion. I'm pretty sure you're just saying that to,
I'm gonna
spread more negativity.
She makes no sense. It's easy to.
Lux, thank you so much. Absolutely love you. I love you too.
And it wasn't much.
Watch that update. You could go ahead and.
She doesn't want to talk about him.
Still up. I'm not taking it.
She wants to act like he doesn't even exist, and she's lying about. She's lying.
Okay. She was a content creator before her husband went into a coma. Okay, what she's trying to do is perfectly understandable and perfectly natural. Is she's just trying to continue creating content, regardless of the tragedy that her family has suffered. She's still trying to keep her channel going based on what it was based on prior. She's not trying to define her channel on the tragedy that her family has endured. She's trying to define her channel on what it was created for in the first place. It's not that she doesn't care. It's that it's none of your fucking business.
It's my page, boo boo. Thank you, Teresa. My page, boo boo. It's my page, boo boo. 7 more. Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
Like, I could never do that.
It's my page, boo boo.
I could never do that. I'm just too, like, genuinely grateful. I can't believe. I honestly, I can't believe sometimes that this is fucking a thing, that I can come up here and you guys give a fuck about anything that I'm saying. And I enjoy it so much. So when you guys actually show me support, I'm just like, wow. It's never any less surprising to me than the first time it ever happened. It's always like, wow, you know, thank you. I can never ever see myself being to a point where I'm like, come on, I need 10 more memberships. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. That's insane. That's insane. Like, because it takes the piss out of it. Like, I mean, I feel like I wouldn't enjoy doing this as much. If that became what I cared about and that's all I cared about, that would be fucking a tragedy, dude. That would be horrible.
You know what I should do? You know what I should do? I should get. You know what? This is what I should do. Fuck it.
That's what it, yeah.
Fuck it. Come on, 7 guys. 7 babes.
You guys have heard about me is probably
7 more.
Actually true, but a completely different narrative.
Bro.
Like,
totally.
That is completely inaccurate. Whenever me and my husband.
And I heard her earlier. I was away for a second, but I heard her earlier talking about how cheap the makeup was. Who gives a fuck? I mean, I don't know, but I would assume, don't a lot of people, wouldn't good content? Because I know a lot of women have channels where they put makeup on, right? That's like a thing. Sometimes it's a tutorial thing or whatever. But isn't a lot of that content like sometimes, well, you know, affordable makeup? Like you could look this good and you don't have to buy the most expensive makeup. You could look this good if you just, this is the makeup that you buy and you mix this. I mean, I don't know, I would assume, but wouldn't that make for good content, is to show people that they don't have to spend a ridiculous amount of money on designer makeup when they can use not so expensive makeup? I mean, you know what I mean? Like anything that's an affordable alternative and somebody showing you that, I would think would make for good content. Maybe that's what she's doing. I don't know what dupe is. Okay, is that what I'm describing as dupe? See, I love having a chat because you guys educate me on stuff. Yeah, see, all you guys are like, right, yeah, she knows what she's fucking doing. Dre's like really pretty. I mean, look at, bro. Look at the hate.
September 20th, 2014.
I mean, you could do that all day, but you never like be this person who's like really taking this seriously too. Like you could tell Dre takes like super pride.
Sorry, I was distracted.
In presenting herself.
Milani, stay put, Matt. I'm so sorry.
Oh my God.
When me and my husband got married,
yeah,
we went wedding ring shopping together.
Yeah.
And we picked out.
Oh, look at mine.
Beautiful rings, very beautiful rings for ourselves.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a fuck about that. Nobody gives a fuck.
Because we couldn't afford them. Because there were my husband was owed money.
Bro, like,
and was promised money. And he wasn't being given it, and it really was not good. So we gave up our wedding rings from after the first few months of our marriage.
like you can see the difference. You know what I mean? Like, look at these two. I don't know why, you know, because I see Dre and she takes pride in her appearance. Like, she really takes pride. She loves putting on makeup and showing people, you know, like you can see this. I mean, this is something that builds confidence in the people in her audience. This is something that's helpful. It's tutorial. I mean, but what does MGL do in comparison? Like, what's her content? Like, here she is. Here's Drea showing you how to put on makeup and do it no matter what. Like, it doesn't matter how cheap it is. Here you go. You know, and you can look beautiful. And you deserve to look beautiful because you are beautiful. That's the kind of thing that Drea's shit is putting out there. And MGL is doing what? I could show you how to fucking eat a foot-long sub in under a minute. Is that that's what you got to offer in comparison to that? I can fucking stream from the bathroom while I drop a fucking deuce.
It was hard. It really was. And it's not because, like, you know, I've never been.
But you had a job, bitch.
Materialistic. Want to buy.
You don't have a job. What are you talking about?
Whatever. But it was a gift from my husband. You know, it had sentimental value. That's something my baby got for me. You know, that's beautiful. It hurt having to return it. It did. And so now I wear my rings from my business, which I love, and I'm happy and I'm okay with that. And he's happy and okay with that because it was like, okay, like what
now,
we need to do to have a good marriage is not.
You notice something here that let's go back. Let's Wayne's World this for a second. Okay. All right. Let's think about this like it's a true crime case. Okay. What's the one thing when we hear somebody who's suspect to the public to have done something to their significant other? What's the one thing we look for? The first thing that we look for when listening to the person talk about that, the victim, right? What are we always looking for? It's when they constantly refer to the person in a past tense, right? But here she is. If she tried to kill him, the next best thing happened. Now, work with me here. I'm not saying that that's actually the next best thing. I'm saying in a hypothetical scenario where she wanted this person dead, right? The next best thing happened for her, where that person is in a coma, no longer around, somebody that she just doesn't have to deal with on a daily basis anymore. Like, that person is no longer a factor in her life. Wouldn't she, if she wanted him out of her life, wouldn't she speak of him in a past tense? I mean, thank you for the super sticker, Patricia Sell. Wouldn't she? Because if she was, everybody in our chat would be going, why does she keep saying was? He's alive. Why does she keep saying he was this and he was that? She's not doing that. She's talking about him as though they're still living every day together, going about their normal daily activities. He likes this ring. He likes that, blah, blah, blah. We did this together. We do this together. We do, you know, everything that she's talking about, she's describing in a present tense. So wouldn't she, if she was trying to get rid of him, wouldn't she be talking about him in a past tense right now? That's what makes perfect sense to me.
Not have rings on our fingers. What we need to do is continue to work hard at building our foundation, at forgiving each other, and that's what we always did.
He's unconscious, girl.
There were so many things that came out, but stuff that happened in 2019, I'm not about to address anything that has happened in 2019 between me and my husband with anybody besides me and my husband. That's what I'm not going to do.
Then why are you bringing it up?
Absolutely not.
We didn't ask.
Take your power back, boo. You made my heart. Oh my
Talking about you point that you spent like a year pointing out all that shit. What are you talking about?
Are you lining your under? Yes, I always do under here. Because just how you have a water line here, you have a water line up here. And
Oh, I forgot. I don't need foundation, but I
like getting it. Are you still alkaline vegan? I say I'm alkaline vegan-ish because we do have. Oh my goodness!
Look at the polar difference between these two people.
Baker, you know, I taught my children how to cook. Okay, they throw it down, and
Everything that this woman is saying, whether you agree with her or not, is in some way, shape, or form insightful. It's insightful to our audience, whereas you have MGL just sitting up there fucking cockeyed and making fun of her with no basis for it. Like, there's like a fucking polar difference between these two women.
we love cooking together. Like, we bond through food. It feels good to be able to do that. But Boo was the baker, and oh my gosh, the amazing recipes that she has been trying. Oh, that's really why I gained weight. It's because all the dang cookies I've been eating. Chocolate chip,
marijuana,
chocolate chip, snickerdoodle.
Oh.
What else? She's made us ice cream. Oh my gosh.
So delicious.
There's this place
Yeah.
here in Tucson.
And she doesn't make her audience watch her fucking put it all up in her face. Like, she doesn't subject her audience to that shit. She's just like letting them know that that's what she eats. She doesn't like make everybody watch her consume this shit.
Called Aqua Vita. You guys might want to check. Oh, I need to think about the brand, but there is an ice cream that they sell that I eat. Holy crap. Like, dude, it was crazy.
Yes, there is vegan ice cream. Yes.
Maybe Green Girl?
7 more.
Yeah, look up Green Girl, and it's like a whole chocolate chip cookie with vanilla ice cream in the middle.
Oh my God.
What? It is so delicious.
No.
It's so good.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Even that information is helpful. Why? Because she's vegan. There's probably a lot of people that listen to her who are vegan as well, and she's giving them alternatives, like excellent alternatives. Like, when you're vegan, it sucks when you have to miss out on things like dairy, because ice cream is awesome. Like, now that I'm not drinking right now and I'm consuming a lot of THC, like, I have a sick craving for ice cream all the time. Like, there's always ice cream in my freezer now, like all the fucking time, until I start the cut process, until it's cut season. And then I have to like diet, and then I have to do cardio, which is about to start in like a couple of days. That's going to suck. But I love my ice cream right now. If I was vegan and she was sitting there going, this is the fucking ice cream you can buy right now, and the cookies, I'm going to be like, hell yeah.
Oh my God.
Yes, my husband's alive. Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes, my husband's alive. Yes. I missed you too, Adriana.
Oh my God.
Thank you so much, Jocelyn. That means a lot. Yes, my
And she's not
7
only
more. Hit that.
You see what she's doing as a content creator? She's leading the subject matter in a direction that she wants to take it. But she's also not being rude because she doesn't really want to be up there talking about her husband's condition and whatnot. She will address it because it's on people's minds, but she'll address it. You know, when people will say things like, "Oh my God, I heard your husband was dead." She'll say, "Nope, yep, he's alive," you know, and kind of laugh it off. But she's still talking about the things that she would normally talk about on her platform. So it's just funny to me that's being minimized in some degree because she's not talking about her personal family issues on your terms, the way that you demand that she does, because it's not your place to demand that. Her, whatever she chooses to address as far as her personal shit is what you get. If she chooses to not tell you jack shit, if she told you right now, you know what? I'm not going to discuss my husband anymore. Fuck off. If you're here for that, get the fuck out. She would be perfectly within her rights to do that. There would be absolutely nothing wrong with it. But the fact that she's being classy enough to just be like, you know, yeah, sure. You know, I realize that people care about this and they're talking, and a lot of them are here for this. So I'm going to address it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Hit that membership button, guys. Ice cream.
Boo is 13.
So basically what she's doing now, what MGL is doing now is she's grifting memberships. And the way to push the memberships is I'm going to make fun of this woman. I'm going to just poke jokes at her. I'm going to sit here and mock her by putting makeup on in a rush because she's putting makeup on. And while I'm putting up makeup on and making fun of her, I'm going to demand that you support me financially and I can grift and milk this as much as I possibly can. Not even trying to argue any facts, not even trying to defend what she's been doing for the past year. Now it's just, I'm just going to take cheap, unfounded, shitty jabs at this person who's just simply trying to move on with her content and focus on the positive and focus on the support that she's getting rather than the hate. And what's funny is that the life coach here doesn't see how toxic and pathetic she seems in this process.
I just need 7 guys, boo-boo. Come on, it's my goal, bitches. I'm back.
Like, I got a 15-year-old and a 13-year-old. Like, oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
And hold up. Let me say this also, because, you know, in my update that I made yesterday, like I mentioned, you know, and I'm getting so much negativity of people saying, like, oh, of course you came back because the money, your money's running low. Okay, let's.
Well, that's what you said.
And then someone saying, so many other comments of dry begging, which I really need to look up the definition because I think I might know what that means.
It's when you do what BHB does every single time she's live. It's not what MGL does. MGL just straight up begs. She doesn't dry beg. She just straight up begs. Doesn't even try to hide it. Basically it's not what she does, and it's not what House of Williams does.
But there's so many words.
Passive aggressive.
Before social media, like doxing, never heard of that word. And then I was like, oh, okay, that's okay. That's okay. I know you can wait till after. Yeah.
That's an indication to me.
Yeah, I'm just.
That's an indication to me that this person that we're looking at, that MGL has chosen to target and to harass, was a content creator prior to the situation that took place regarding her husband, this tragic situation. Very toxic or very tragic situation, sorry. But this indication, the indication that I get when she says things like, I don't know what dry begging is, I have to look it up. I didn't know what doxing was, I had to look it up. When someone doesn't know what doxing is, you know what that tells me? That tells me that that's somebody who never had to deal with drama in their content before. This was not a drama channel. This was not a drama-based platform that this woman has created. The drama came to her. She didn't know what the fuck doxing was. She was like, I don't fucking know. She didn't even use the word doxing when she described the fact that the police report was posted and was not redacted. When someone doesn't even know what the word doxing means and they're a content creator, that tells me that they are foreign to drama. Totally foreign to it. The drama came to her. And guess who brought it?
Anyways, just because I say I come back to social media because I need to make an income for my family, it doesn't
Nothing wrong with that, girl.
to give me money. That's not what that means. I don't say that. It's just a matter of fact.
That's fine.
Social media because
Nothing wrong with that, girl.
of course. What did you hear me yesterday when I said the care home that I pay for my husband is $11,000 a month?
That's fine.
Like that.
You're not, girl. We know you're not paying for that.
And I'm gonna post receipts, and then I'll show you.
Oh, we're waiting.
My bank account, and it literally
Show us.
on McCray's.
We'll hold you to it.
And someone was like, "Get a 9 to 5. Go to work."
I saw that.
I'm so like, I feel bad for people that say that because they're
Why?
so like not in touch with.
No, we are.
What's really happening? Like.
Show. You promised to show us.
I can make that's gonna make $11,000 for a month. I don't know that. I don't know.
Yes, you do.
$11,000.
Absolutely.
His food is over $600 a month, and then he gets sea moss, moringa powder. I buy him ashwagandha. Like there is so many. The amount of essential oils I have.
11,000 a month is very doable.
Dude, Vaughn is.
You would know.
Like with it all.
Come on, 7 more members. Hit that membership button, please.
See where her mind goes right there? Yeah, 11,000 a month is very doable. Sure.
And if my husband
very doable.
Then we will cross that bridge.
Just gives you an idea what MGL makes when she's grifting and going membership.
Like,
Thank you, Patricia Sell.
Baby.
Yeah, we know. Thank you. Appreciate it.
And if you continue to fight,
you show
me that you are, then I'm gonna keep doing what I gotta do.
Absolutely.
No matter what. And he's always doing things to like confirm or communicate with me that
right.
He understands it.
Maybe.
How it is.
Right. But remember that letter that she wrote to her ex-husband about bragging about how much money she makes? And then he was able to pay less?
So what?
Had I listened to the doctors.
Remember that? I remember that.
Plain and simple, my husband would not be here. I fought for him because I feel like he deserved a chance. And
baby.
And I know he appreciates what I did. And I think it's really sickening and it's very
she already did
it's
one
sad,
live.
and it does hurt my heart
on that.
to see comments where they say,
yeah, I plan on addressing that. Because just in theory, oh my God. Let me read this comment just in case people are just listening and not watching. MGL is starting. I Am Here says MGL is starting a life coach channel for children as young as 4 years old. She announced yesterday. She announced it before, and I think she even did a stream on it. And I was going to go over it, and I will be following that content. I will definitely be following that content because I can't imagine any parent subjecting their children to this influence. Shame on any parent that does that, by the way. Just right off the gate, I'm going to tell you, if you're a parent and you subject your children to this influence of this person right here, I mean, look at her face. Yeah, that's a bad, and I'm not even joking right now. Like I made jokes about her face right here, but yeah, that's a bad thing to do. Just so you know. Again, I'll say it one more time. If you're a parent and you subject your children to this influence from this person, you need to reevaluate your parental priorities, to say the least.
Like, you should have just let him go. I'm just like, whoa.
No, don't let him go. I mean, if he goes on his own. She did let him go. I mean, she didn't bring him back.
That they should have, what? I'm just like blown away at how low you got to stoop to be able to say things like that.
Oh, stop.
Vaughn is so special, and there's so many people that are loved beyond their injury. My husband's injury doesn't make him who he is. He's such a beautiful person. So, oh my gosh. And other people can see how he communicates with me. And they're amazed. Especially,
he turned his head away from you. He turned his head towards his mother.
Oh my God, dude. Like, you are an asshole.
They could see how much he lights up when I get there.
Yeah? Can we have some proof?
How when I'm there, he'll move his eyes to whichever
Why does she have to prove it?
There could be a room.
Liar.
And he will move his eyes in whatever direction.
Thank you for the super chat.
How can I feel so sad and feel like this is so detrimental? Oh my gosh, this is my tragedy. Oh my gosh, I need to be sad and feel like I'm going to break for the rest of my life. Like, I'm not going to do that. There's so much happiness.
Exactly. You're in a new relationship, allegedly, right? Right.
Showing my husband. That's for sure.
Oh, so you're not going to do that no more? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
all right. So you're not going to do that no more. Okay, gotcha.
For sure. But I mean, I still am going to share the beautiful things that happen in my family, you know, despite, and it really goes to show people's hate in their heart whenever, like, yo, Vaughn still has an injury, you know? Vaughn still has an injury.
Totally.
He's still bedbound.
We know that.
Who do you think is going to continue to take care of him? And why would you want to hurt the person that directly can help him? You know? It's just, even if you don't.
And that's her way. I mean, she's not doing it in the most articulate manner, but, you know, and I'm nobody to criticize for that. But what she's trying to say here, the overall point is, what good do you think that you're doing? You know, I mean, how can you say that you care about this person's well-being when you are making the life of the one person who's taking direct care of him, when you're making their life more difficult? You're harassing them. What good are you doing the person that she's taking care of, that you're sitting here saying you care about so much, and you're doing everything for him, which is a crock of shit? How can you say that? It didn't show up in my chat, so I can't highlight it, or at least in the StreamYard chat. Sorry, but Becky G gifted 5 memberships. Bernie was gifted a membership. Platform Boots. Kathy Pease, let's talk about everything. Yeah, man. So congratulations to all of you guys that got memberships. And thank you, Becky G, for that. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, she's making a solid point here. How can you say that you care about this person so much when when the person who is solely responsible for taking care of him, you're making her life more difficult and more stressful? You don't think that it's stressful enough that she has to take care of this guy while he's in a coma? Now, I am going to wrap this up. But before I go, you guys have noticed that some of my mods have been sharing this link in chat. Or not the link, but this information. Aaliyah Cockburn has been missing from Middlebury, Indiana. She's 12 years old. There's some weird things. It's very vague. The details in the case right now are very vague. And there's already a lot of misinformation floating around. I'm not sure how much I'm going to cover it, but right now I just want to be able to put the information out there of her description because that's all we really have. She's 12 years old. She's 4'11", weighs 80 pounds, green eyes, black hair, and she was last seen wearing a black beanie, multicolored gray and pink jacket, blue jeans, and black boots. So I just want to have that information out there, and please look into it, but don't jump to any conclusions because people want to already start pointing fingers. I haven't looked too deeply into this, so please forgive me, but I know that she initially was considered a runaway, but she now has a silver alert. And the nature and the reason for the silver alert, I'm still hazy on. I don't know for sure. It's quite possible that she's on the spectrum. I'm not 100% sure. They don't have too much information released about this case right now, but she is missing. And she has been missing for a week now from Middlebury, Indiana. Okay. So, okay. Chasing Truth says she's not on the spectrum. Thank you so much. But the nature of the silver alert, I don't know. I'm very curious about that. But, if she's not special needs, as Chasing Truth is saying, then I don't know what the nature of the silver alert is. But there's no indication that they suspect foul play. It's another Summer Wells situation in the sense that she just disappeared off of the property. There was apparently a situation where there was somebody reported that there was okay, so according to the family, it's a silver, not amber, because there's no vehicle. Okay, thank you, Chasing Truth. There was apparently, according to somebody online, which is why I take it with a grain of salt, something to do with a suitcase, and that they found a suitcase, but no, I'm of the opinion that the suitcase had nothing to do with anything. Chasing Truth says she was putting horse up with her sister. They were to come to the garage and she didn't. She vanished 9:30 p.m. Okay, thank you so much for that. So yeah, just like I said, hopefully law enforcement will release more information. If there's more information, I'll do a live stream on it. For right now, like I said, I just wanted to put her description out there. And that's all we can do at the moment. because there's really no there's really no other information. Okay, so all of that is at the same location, the same day. Because I was wondering about that, and Cherry was wondering about that too, Chasing Truth. Earmuffs and photos because they were at a racetrack and it was loud, not due to autism. Thank you so much. That clears things up too. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, guys. We'll go over some more of this. I don't know how much more of the MGL stuff regarding this situation we'll go over, but it's the conclusion I'm coming to is just now it's just a pathetic display of MGL just not letting this go. Obviously, I mean, nothing's changed. Dre's husband is still in a coma, unfortunately, and at the moment, Drea just seems to be trying to move on with her life and still create content like she was doing prior to this tragedy that's befell her family. So I wish her all the best, and I hope that she does well, and I hope that she continues through this hard time with her family, and I think, you know, if you're so involved in this, I feel like it might be beneficial to you if you're that involved in this case that you're just not even really involved because you care about Vaughn at this point. I'm sorry. Because there's just nothing that can be done regarding his situation. Nobody's helping him. Nobody's helping the situation. This is all about just creators going at each other at this point. And how is it helpful to Vaughn? I mean, you could sit here all day and say that you're doing this for Vaughn all you want, but when you're faced with having to answer how much good what you're doing is for Vaughn, I mean, what good are you doing this poor guy? You know, what good are you doing him by harassing his wife? Makes no sense, you know? So, you know, just if you're in it for the drama, just say that you're in it for the drama. Don't use these people's personal family issues as an excuse for you to attack people online. Don't do that because you're full of shit. Anyway, I love you guys very much, and we will do this again very soon, my friends.